Hello, everyone. A pleasure to be here with you today. I'm Aditi Aji, founder and CEO of Adrich. We are a post-purchase consumer insights and engagement platform. I'm here to share some of the latest and greatest trends in the tech world and how that can be applied to the pet food industry, specifically IoT or Internet of Things, where you could use this technology to really drive innovation and take e-commerce to a whole new level. And there is a macro trend that's really driving this need for innovation, and that is consumer expectations have changed. It's really centered around the experience that the brand can create. And that can be really bucketed into three main aspects. First is personalization. The more personalized service that the brand can create, the more aha moments emerge. And that really helps consumers because they feel that they're being heard and their needs are being met. So it really is a very key aspect to improve consumer experience. The next one would be, of course, convenience. With COVID, significant number of consumers have started ordering online. They like the convenience that comes with it. And also in-home consumption has changed. So there is a very immediate need to elevate the convenience and really be at the point of need when consumers either need the next product or are looking for information about the product or really around how they interact with the product. And the third would be engagement. This is where if a brand can go the extra mile to engage the consumers throughout the life cycle of them interacting with the product, be it purchase, post-purchase, or repurchase, it really helps elevate the experience and enables a more deeper relationship with your consumers where it goes beyond a transaction, and that really helps bring about a better consumer experience. We talked a lot about experience, and why that is very important is that because it clearly indicates that it impacts very key business metrics, all the way from a competitive advantage compared to other brands or competitors. Nearly 57% of consumers have switched brands based on experience that one brand can create beyond the other. And 70% of consumers have increased their loyalty to a brand if they feel that their experience has been better. So clearly, at the end of the day, these impact key business metrics. And that is where the whole digital transformation can come and be very powerful to help you meet and elevate this experience for the consumer. So taking a few steps back, if we map the digital transformation journey, there was a gap in pre-purchase, right? What really was the consumer doing before the purchase? How were they making decisions? And today there is social media that helps you really understand and creates a digital data footprint there for you to engage the consumers pre-purchase and leverage these platforms to drive that purchase eventually. Similarly, at the point of purchase, we have e-commerce, which is basically making everything online and digital, generating more data so you can really understand how consumers are behaving at point of purchase and really use strategies to drive that purchase and close that purchase using digital e-commerce strategies. However, the post-purchase still remains a mystery. What really happens after the consumer buys the product, takes it home, and then it's a black box? And really that gap and visibility from point of purchase to point of usage and all the way to the point of repurchase remains a gap. And here's where the next wave of digital transformation or connected product can come and complete the equation. This connected product is nothing but really enabling Internet of Things into your physical products. And that's where the power of IoT is a subset of how it will enable digital transformation and give you that visibility into post-purchase, which completes the equation. So really going into the IoT 101, what is Internet of Things? For the most part, Internet of Things includes sensors. These sensors add intelligence to products and really automate a lot of the tasks. And this, when combined with a connection to Internet, enables a real-time communication with the smart product and also adds a digital identity. So really, it makes things smart. And of course, smart is always good. So you have real-world examples of this. Take thermostats, for that matter. Possibly a decade ago, we used to have thermostats that were basically equipment on the wall that would set your temperature. It was fairly manual. And today you have digital thermostats, which enable you to set temperatures remote. It helps you really have personalized learnings to make sure you are comfortable in your home. And you can also really enable a better living experience with these smart gadgets. Similarly, door locks. These were manual. You'd lose a key. It would be very troublesome to unlock the door. And today you have smart locks, basically an app that can enable and is also bringing that convenience of really sharing keys in a digital way. But here in your day-to-day lives, and these are very, very simple examples of Internet of Things. And that is where, when you add Internet of Things to physical products, it really creates a digital identity, generates more data. And of course, data is king. So leveraging that data, you can then answer the question of what is really happening in consumer homes. You can leverage the connected products to really understand what if products could themselves communicate usage patterns, for example. Going one step beyond, if the product could tell the consumers and the brand and retailer when it's time to reorder, and taking it one more step ahead, automating the whole thing, where products can auto-reorder by itself. This is where really the future of e-commerce lies and how you can gain that visibility. We have a great case study that we'd like to share today. It's in market with a pet retailer, Petagogy, where they leveraged our technology to increase loyalty and simplify logistics. So in this we basically had Adrich IoT sensor labels that were put on a bin and given to consumers to store dog food. And the retailer enabled this as a loyalty program where consumers could opt in to this smart replenishment service. And really, at the core of it, the bin had the smart label, and this IoT sensor would detect when consumers ran out, and it would notify the brand and the retailer, as well as the consumer, that they were nearly running out and that another product has to be shipped. And we really enable that zero touch shopping for the consumer, because just when they ran out, the next bag arrived in time, helping them really not run out of product, and also helping the retailer get the lead time to understand when to ship the next product. So that was a smart replenishment use case. But we were also able to get the consumption patterns, which really helped get very individual consumer insights. And that was monitored in real time and sent to the retailer's dashboard. So they could actually see at an aggregated level which consumer, how they were using it. And since the consumers had opted into this service, we were able to tell them that there is something smart, and it's monitoring your usage only to help you get a better convenience with auto-replenishment and enabling that need-based replenishment. So that is how we handled privacy concerns. And we got a great adoption in that. And by letting consumers know that there is something smart, there was more participation. So we went in with the opt-in route, and that really helped with garnering adoption as well. And because the retailer got usage behavior as well as understanding the point of replenishment, we were able to get it just in time to each consumer. There was a two-way communication that was established with our digital connection that we create during the point of view. So for example, when the consumer was at 50% remaining, there was a reminder sent that you could possibly get the next bag of dog food if you want to come to the store. So it was also used to drive engagement and drive traffic to the store. And of course, when they were at 20%, we were able to send a text message using our two-way communication to give them an option. Do they want the product delivered to them, or do they want to come to the store, or for that matter, pick up option? So you can get really creative with that, because we, at the end of the day, create a digital connection with our two-way communication with the end consumer. And also, because of that real-time data, retailers could really monitor regimens and, for specific product categories within, like, pet nutrition, medication, for example. They could really monitor the adherence and, again, nudge the consumers towards a certain behavior or send reminders. So really creating that whole digital experience around the consumer and making sure their replenishment needs are met, bringing in the convenience, as well as enabling a deeper engagement with the consumer at the point of use. So that is a great case study, as well as we were able to see significant results. Specifically, nearly about 33% increase in lifetime value because of smart replenishment, And because retailers got lead time in terms of understanding which consumer is running out at what time, they got the demand patterns, the more accurate demand patterns, which led to a 15% reduction in inventory carrying costs. And on the consumer side, they were really elated. We got some very good feedback. Of course, you see the quotes here, very convenient and very user-friendly. And really, the second quote talks about convenience, right? One less trip to run. And they also cited inferences of wanting this on other products as well. So it really created an opportunity for the retailer to not only sell more dog food, but also create cross-purchase and upsell opportunities into other products as well, and drive traffic to the store, or really engage the consumers and increase the loyalty. So that's one with the retailer. But we were able to enable this for a totally different product category. It was in the olive oil, but another brand, a D2C brand, used it with olive oil, where it's Olivery, where they created a refillable auto-replenishment subscription. And with reusable packaging, they were able to drive sustainability as well. So the goal was to really offer a premium subscription in this case study. And what we did was put the same smart sensor, or the IoT-enabled sensor labels, onto their olive oil bottle. And a similar concept where they were able to also not really they didn't need to change their product, because it's a peel and stick label. Their existing product could be turned smart just by applying our sensor labels. And this created a smart SKU for them. And we were able to get consumers to purchase that product on their e-commerce website. And basically, when they ran out of olive oil, it would auto reorder and integrate with their e-commerce. So instead of using digital strategies to get the consumers to come onto a website and order, the product would order for them. So it really closed the feedback loop, where it automatically detected when a consumer needed another product, and went one step further and automated that whole transaction by routing the order through the e-commerce website. So that is the next generation of what we call the connected e-commerce, really helping increase the lifetime value and reducing consumer acquisition costs. So the results were very tangible. Of course, with the premium refillable subscription, the brand got significant orders automatically. And also with the two-way communication, they could create a very personalized messaging. For example, giving olive oil recipes when they detected that the consumers were using the product. And at that point, really giving them a very elevated experience of sending recipes when they were using the product. So that's another example of consumer engagement that was driven with this service. And of course, it was opted in, where consumers knew they were getting something smart. They loved it because it created a smart subscription for them, really making sure that they get the product just when they need it, not more, not less. And also with getting the recipes from the brand, really elevated the brand loyalty for the brand, and the consumers love that experience as well. So bring it home, really summarizing what is the net for the brand and the retailer. So at the core of it, it is revenue. We've seen nearly about 33 to 37% in increase in repeat rates and purchase frequency, helping reduce brand switching as well. And at the core of it, you get to know your consumers really well because you get real-time accurate usage data. So it's a really data-driven approach to understanding your consumers. Of course, there's marketing efficiency. So, because there's a digital connection created with your consumers, you can really get very creative and reduce spend on reacquiring those consumers once the digital connection is created. Constant communication and making sure their needs are being met, and also being able to get feedback in real time. So each consumer becomes almost like a market research study. So you're going to get real-time market research data along the way, which really helps you understand your products, get consumer insights, and drive ROI in marketing, because you can do a lot of A/B testing with your marketing messaging at point of use. And of course, operational efficiency. Because you're getting demand patterns, you're able to get more visibility and accurate demand planning, helps lower logistics costs, and enables sustainability with reuse and efficiencies in reducing single-use plastics as well. And of course, at the end of the day, bringing it all back to the experience for the consumers, and the three key aspects that we mentioned at the start of the presentation. So it helps with convenience, well, timely delivery, need-based replenishment, not too early that consumers run the risk of having more product, or not too late where they run out of product and go to the store and purchase another brand. So it really creates that convenience at the point of need, and also auto reorder. So you can just, consumers can set it and forget it, and it takes care of auto reordering for them. Secondly, personalization, with the two examples we gave, it really helped drive value to the consumers, and bringing it back to one of those aha moments that you can create. Again, personalization, because we created a digital connection, you can also make sure that consumers are highly satisfied with your product and take proactive measures in case they are not, and really also get their feedback to improve your product and service. And of course, with the engagement, specifically with our two-way communication, we were able to drive engagement. We've seen nearly about 33% increase in that space. And it can be used for regimen building, driving compliance, and really making sure consumers are using your product as expected and following instructions. So that really helps both ways. One, you're making sure that the consumers are getting the best experience out of your products, and also making sure that they are using the product as it is intended to be. So that enables a two-way engagement at that point. So really very, very exciting use cases, and you can see the power of Internet of Things and how it all brings together elevated experience for the consumer, and along the way impacts certain key business metrics for you as a brand and a retailer to really leverage the next big connected e-commerce solution. Happy to talk more and tell you more about how we're enabling all this in the pet food industry, and would be great to connect. And you can always reach out to us through our website, or reach out to me as well. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time, and happy to answer questions. Thank you.